Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing my 6 best cologne recommendations. Many people have been interested in purchasing cologne fragrances, whether that is for pricing or preference. Whatever the case may be, cologne fragrances are getting a lot of attention. So first up on the list, we have Corum for him. This is the EDP concentration. This is a cologne for Stronger With You leather. And this is honestly just as good as the original Stronger With You leather. This is such a prominent, strong, sexy fragrance that has a beautiful note of leather. And this has amazing sillage, amazing longevity. For a cologne, this fragrance has definitely surprised me. And it definitely reached past my expectations. I definitely enjoy using this fragrance. Definitely give this cologne a solid 10 out of 10. It's beautiful, it's well blended, it lasts a while on my skin, and it definitely projects. This is just such a must-have from this list, especially if you do not have Stronger With You leather in your collection. It's just such a nice cologne to use, especially on a date night, or if you're going out with your friends or a gathering or even a special event. This is just such a must-have for the fall and winter. So let's move on to the note breakdown. So the main notes to Corum for him are chestnut, sage, vanilla, leather, and oud. This is just such a warm, spicy, leathery scent that's very sexy and powerful as well. This is definitely for a man in his mid-20s and up. I find this scent to be just such mass appealing. I definitely would not use this in the summer as the leather note is very strong and it does have a hint of vanilla. So I definitely would not recommend it for the spring or summer. And I just love using it. It's just such above average in every aspect, in the scent profile, the longevity, the performance, and definitely with the sillage and projection as well. So I definitely recommend it, and I just love this fragrance. So next up on the list, we have Geml. This is spice and black vanilla. This is the EDT concentration. I believe I brought this on the Geml website for less than $30. This is a clone of Spice Bomb Extreme by Victor and Rolf. This is honestly, in my opinion, spot on. I just love the scent profile. It's sexy, it's spicy, and it's also warm and inviting. Both scent profiles are just so similar. Honestly, this fragrance is just such a must-have as well. It definitely performs well, and it definitely leaves a nice sillage and scent trail. So if you're interested, or if you want an affordable alternative to having Spice Bomb Extreme, I would definitely recommend this fragrance. So let's move on to the note breakdown. So the main notes to spice and black vanilla are cardamom, cashmere wood, bourbon vanilla, vetiver. This cologne fragrance specifically has a beautiful vanilla aroma to it. You definitely pick up on it in the beginning, and throughout the dry down you definitely pick up on the vetiver. So this fragrance is warm, spicy, yet woody at the same time. It's definitely a must-have, especially for the price. I can't recommend it enough. It's a fragrance that you cannot go wrong with, especially for the scent profile. I definitely am looking forward to wearing this more often throughout the winter as well. So let's move on to the next fragrance. So next up on the list, we have a very popular cologne fragrance, and this is Cayenne Classic. Allegedly, this is a clone of Dior Homme Intense. In my opinion, as soon as I smelled this fragrance and as I continue to wear this fragrance, the fragrance that comes to mind is Valentino Uomo Intense. This clone specifically is definitely a similarity to Valentino Uomo Intense in my opinion. It just has that same scent profile as Valentino Uomo Intense compared to Dior Homme Intense, and it's very powdery. Is it worth purchasing? 100%, especially if you're into Valentino Uomo Intense. So let's move on to the note breakdown. So the main notes to Cayenne Classic by Al Watania are orange, bergamot, rose, jasmine, and vanilla. This is a warm, spicy, and dominating fragrance as well. If you're familiar with the scent profile of Valentino Uomo Intense, you would definitely be interested in Cayenne Classic. The next clone fragrance we have on this list is Vintage Radio, and this is by Lattafa. This is a clone fragrance of Initio Paragon, and honestly this is just as good as the original Paragon. I do enjoy their fragrances, especially Vintage Radio. The only downside that I have to say about this fragrance is the presentation. I'm not a huge fan of the bottle and the style of the presentation. Other than that, the scent profile and the performance is definitely above average. You definitely get that nice plum note that is known to be in Initio Paragon. It's just sweet, sexy, is long lasting. This definitely leaves a nice scent trail. You do not need to overspray with this fragrance. This is a ultimate compliment getting fragrance, which is what I love most about it. Let's move on to the note breakdown. So the main notes to Vintage Radio are lavender, sage, plum, black pepper, and sandalwood. This is such a sweet yet fruity and woody scent composition, and is definitely an above average scent profile in my opinion. You definitely pick up on the lavender note in the beginning, and then while it starts to dry down, you definitely pick up on that plum. So the lavender in this fragrance definitely gives me like a clean, fresh vibe. Then the plum makes this fragrance a bit sweet, and the dry down is a little woody from the sandalwood. It's just overall a beautiful scent profile, and I definitely recommend it, especially if you're curious on how Initio Paragon smells. This is definitely spot on. Next clone on the list is Gypsy Blood, and this is from Luxe Odor. This is a clone of Pegasus from Parfums de Marly, and this is honestly 100% spot on. This is an amazing, powdery, rich, strong fragrance that definitely gains a lot of compliments. You do not need to overspray with this scent. It's definitely long lasting, and it's just such a nice, rich, strong, and amazing scent profile. It's very powdery. It's perfect for those cold winter nights. It's definitely perfect for a date night or a special occasion, and I definitely love using this fragrance. The atomizer is amazing as well. It's definitely such a beautiful, nice atomizer. About 3 or 4 sprays definitely fills a room, and it just smells amazing. Let's move on to the note breakdown. So the main notes to Gypsy Blood are heliotrope, almond, vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. This is a very warm, sweet, sexy, and seductive amber fragrance that is for both men and women. This is very unisex. It's very appealing, and the longevity is above average. This lasts about 7 hours on my skin. So if you're into the Parfums de Marly line, if you haven't gotten your nose on Pegasus, I definitely recommend purchasing this clone fragrance. Definitely worth it. The price is so reasonable and affordable. Last but not least, we have Sharaf Blend, and this is from House of Zamaya. This is a very boozy, long-lasting, sexy scent that is perfect for the winter colder nights. As you can see, I have created a bit of a dent in the bottle. That is how much I love using this fragrance. I love boozy scents, and although this is not a 100% spot-on clone of the original Angel Share by Kilian, I still enjoy using it. This is not a one-of-one clone fragrance by any means, but it definitely is similar to Angel Share. I would say it's about 65 to 70% close to Angel Share by Kilian. Definitely is strong and rich. You do not need much sprays with this scent as well. About 4 or 5, maybe 6 sprays is definitely more than enough. Let's move on to the note breakdown. The main notes to Sharaf Blend are nutmeg, vanilla, praline, tonka bean. This is a combination of spiciness and sweetness mixed in a bottle. It just creates such a rich, sexy, seductive, boozy scent trail that is just so addicting, and it's definitely right up my alley. So that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and also subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Definitely let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinion on these fragrances. And as always, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.